and welcome to my channel. I'm Mandi Grace. Today you get to see a writing vlog. You're welcome. Ow, ow. Sorry, I have a broken fingernail and I got caught in my hair and it just, it took my hair. Can you see that? I need to remove that. Hold, please. I already trimmed it when it broke. I trimmed it all the way back, like as far as I could. But it didn't go as far as the break, so there's still a little crack that gets caught on things, and this has nothing to do with today's video. I have been vlogging the last few times that I've been writing because I wanted to catch the end of Maziah's WIP. Because I feel like I've been working on it forever. I haven't. I just started it in November. So, you know, ouch, I should stop doing that. It's been just over 3 months, I guess, of working on it, which isn't a long time. But for someone who typically fast drafts and who loses all her momentum when she takes longer than a month to write a story, it has felt like a very long time. So I have been very impatient to get to the end, and I'm very excited for revisions. And here's the last, you know, few days of writing, I guess. I'm pretty sure most of it is just me typing or lighting candles or things of that nature. We only have 4 scenes left to get through, and I mean, if I do all 4 tonight, that'd be great, but I don't expect that to happen. But if I get through all 4 this week, that would be amazing. So that's the plan. Due to the fact that I typically fast draft, I did feel like this story was taking me forever. But now it is done, and I'm very excited to get into revisions. I initially started my outline and all of my plotting with Save the Cat because I love Save the Cat. And then I did some like backtracking plotting after I'd written most of the first draft with Story Genius, which isn't actually how Story Genius is supposed to be used, but regardless of that, it did actually help me, so I have a lot of ideas for revisions. Very excited to get into that. I'm planning on letting the story sit for a few days before I dive into revisions. I haven't actually read most of the beginning portion of this story in months, so I do feel like I've already kind of had a break from the story, but I'm going to give it a few days, and then I'm going to come back to it. I'm going to read through it all, make my notes on the overall plot and whatnot, and things I see missing, and then we will start some serious rewrites. In the meantime, I am going to start outlining book 2 in the series. And for that one, I am actually going to try using Story Genius and write the story from the ground up the way you're supposed to with Story Genius and see how I like that as a way to write stories. I really love using Save the Cat, so I may kind of also use Save the Cat because I really love using Save the Cat. But I'm going to try Story Genius the correct way before I make any decisions on whether I'm going to write the Story Genius way for the rest of my books forever or something. The end of this story is just over 61,000 words, which is pretty big for me. Typically my first drafts are anywhere from like 30 to 50. Only 50 if I wrote them during NaNoWriMo, because then I pushed myself to get that word count. But yeah, typically somewhere between 30 and 50 is my first draft count because I'm a chronic underwriter. This story kind of played out oddly, because when I hit the 50,000 mark around NaNoWriMo time, I was halfway, like exactly halfway through my Save the Cat outline, and then I only wrote 11,000 more words, which is not half, which is, it doesn't really make any sense, but it's fine. That's the sort of thing I'm going to be looking at when I read through it, because the pacing of the story is clearly off somehow. But we'll work on it. Plus, I have to add all of the descriptions and whatnot because I never do that the first time around. And I do already have a list of scenes that are just missing from the story because as I was writing through the outline that I had, I was realizing that there were other story points or like plot that just came out of nowhere and I had no idea it was part of the story. And sometimes I wrote out those scenes and sometimes I just made a note, be like, add this later. So, yep, I've got all of those to go through. Today, you get to see a reading vlog. No, not a reading vlog. Let's try that again.